I was really interested in the overlap between this program having such a strong emphasis on education, and especially education for future generations, and then also its strong research background in non-proliferation. It's a field I really haven't gotten that much prior experience to, but I was always really interested in it, and I was looking for opportunities that would allow me to both pursue my own research interests and then also learn more about the field more generally.
Obviously, the main responsibility every day is we have a lecture that we are always expected to attend, and they're always super interesting about every topic you can imagine related to non-proliferation, so everything from export controls to the specific policies of different countries. So that's the main part of every day. And then other hours I'm working on different research projects for my supervisor or independent research. I have a podcast now, and so I work on that as well. And right now I'm doing a really interesting project about the DPRK operating in Russia with some of the researchers in DC.
So I'm looking at past nuclear test sites and analyzing population exposure using GIS software to different levels of radiation, since most of that is still classified. And I'm kind of using that to measure the level of injustice that has occurred. And then taking the knowledge I know about like critical cartography and environmental justice theories, kind of using that to analyze 3 case studies where major powers are testing outside their own boundaries. And so there's dynamics of imperialism and colonization in those test sites as well.
My independent research is actually looking at female representation in the field, though I'm specifically looking at the MPT and historically the participation of women. And that's one case study. But it's quite telling, I think, of the field, but not just the non-proliferation field. I think as far as institutions go, it's an incredibly important issue, not just the underrepresentation of women, but people of color, and also trying to get young people into the field. And I think that having new blood come in to try and challenge ideas and a lot of expectations is a very, very good thing, and it's very healthy for the field.
Well, I'm interested in going into the State Department or doing something in the Foreign Service, so we've actually had a lot of different speakers come in that have a lot of background in the Foreign Service, so I've got to hear a lot from them about their experiences, and I've also been able to establish a more comprehensive understanding of this field that is obviously very referenced in international relations, and so that's been really cool, and just to also connect with these other interns that are all going to be going off and studying and working in super interesting fields.
I just appreciate the level of empathy people have and understanding, and really they try and see it from a lot of different sides of arguments if we're having any, and I think there's just a level of respect between us, which is great. So I've had a really good time just getting to know the people, and I think my relationships with some of the interns will last beyond this, as well as my relationships with some of the experts and graduate assistants. That's my biggest takeaway from this summer, is those people and like the connections that I have been able to make.
As a professional, I think I know how to assert myself more in the workspace, specifically at a place that's like pretty white and pretty male, like CNS. It was difficult at first, but I think I'm like learning, or I've learned more. And then also I think it's just opened my eyes to all the different careers that are available in the political science and international relations field. Like I know when I tell my family members that I'm studying this, they're like, oh, are you gonna run for president? I'm like, no. So now I can actually give them like examples of careers that I can take. So that's been cool, and it's been like a sense of security. Yeah. I have been able to take a few trips. I was able to go to San Francisco. I went to Yosemite as well. I didn't grow up around a lot of nature, so being able to see all this sublime kind of nature has been incredible, really. It's given me such a new appreciation for the environment, which is another thing I feel like I've come out of this internship with too. And yeah, just definitely going to cafes. I love food, trying the different types of foods here, walking on the beach, spending time with the other interns, and just kind of enjoying myself, trying to take advantage of my summer as well.